Get ready. Everything you think you know about the spring equinox is about to get flipped upside down, and it's coming at us quick. Most folks see it as just a regular change in the seasons. Flowers start popping up everywhere. The days get a bit longer, and the birds start chirping away like they're in some happy little choir. But that's only what's going on up top, the stuff you can see with your eyes. Underneath all that pretty stuff, there's something way bigger brewing. A huge energy shakeup that's about to hit us all. And here's the thing. If you don't get what's coming, you might totally miss out on one of the best chances you'll get this year to make something amazing happen. This isn't just some ordinary equinox you can shrug off. It's like a doorway to something special, a super rare moment where the light and the dark are perfectly even, balanced just right. When that balance shifts, and it will soon, everything moves with it, including you. If you're someone who's tuned in spiritually, who feels things deeper than most, this is your time to jump in and do something with it. Use this energy the right way, and it could change everything for you, your life, your plans, your whole vibe. But if you don't catch on, you'll still feel it hit you. Only you won't know what to do with it, like stumbling around in the dark without a map. Don't worry though, I've got your back. In just a bit, I'll walk you through how to line yourself up with this energy, so you're ready. Oh, and if you've been having weird, super vivid dreams lately, don't skip out yet. There's a big reason for that, bigger than you might guess, and I'll spill it later. Stick with me. First, we've got to talk about this invisible line you're about to step over, whether you're ready or not. March 20th isn't just another day you can circle on your calendar and forget about. It's a spiritual wall, a boundary that splits things into before and after. Once you cross it, there's no turning back. You're stepping into brand new ground, even if you don't notice it right away. And here's the wild part. It doesn't matter one bit if you believe in all this energy stuff or if you think it's just a bunch of nonsense. It's happening anyway. This shift is already rolling toward us, full speed ahead, no brakes. The real question is, are you paying attention? People all over the place, from your next door neighbor to someone halfway across the world, are starting to feel it in their bones. One minute they're antsy and restless. The next they're buzzing with ideas and inspiration. Sleep's getting wonky, with folks tossing and turning or waking up at odd hours. Time itself feels strange, like it's speeding up or slowing down for no reason. Some people can't shake this gut feeling that something massive is about to drop, like a storm cloud you can't see yet, but you know is there. And guess what? They're spot on. What's coming hasn't shown up like this in years. It's not your everyday shift. Forget January 1st. That was just a practice run, a little warm-up act. The real starting line is this equinox. For anyone who's tapped into the bigger cosmic flow, who feels that hum of energy in the air, this isn't just a seasonal switch. It's the fresh start you've been holding out for, the moment everything clicks into a new gear. Life's energy is getting a big recharge right now, waking up the ground under your feet, the sky over your head, and yeah, you too. March 20th isn't just any old date. It's the kickoff to Aries season, the very first sign of the zodiac, the one that lights the spark and gets things moving. This is the real new year, way more than January ever was. Think about it. Back in January, everything's still cold and sleepy, like the world's hitting the snooze button. But now, the energy's alive, buzzing, ready to roll, and whatever you decide to do with it is going to set the vibe for the next 12 months. So take a second and ask yourself, what are you bringing with you into this new chapter? What heavy stuff are you finally letting go of? What do you want to build or start fresh? Right now, whether you realize it or not, you're planting seeds, little choices, thoughts, and actions that are going to grow into something big over the year. But here's where it gets tricky. When the light comes back, it doesn't just make everything pretty. It shines on everything, good and bad. That means the nice stuff, like hope and beauty, gets lit up. But so do the shadows, the messy bits you've been ignoring. Feeling a little off or uneasy lately? There's a reason for that, and it's not just random. When the light floods in, it doesn't mess around. It shows you the whole picture, including the stuff about yourself you've been pretending isn't there. It's like walking into a room you haven't cleaned in forever. Dust everywhere, shadows stretching out, and suddenly you can't unsee what's really going on. That weird feeling you've got, that sense that something's changing. It's the fog lifting and clarity sneaking in. But here's the catch. Clarity isn't always comfy or gentle. It digs up the parts of you that don't fit anymore, the dreams you shoved to the back of your mind, and even the excuses you've been using to stay stuck. It's all laid out in front of you now. No hiding, no pretending, just the straight-up truth. And balance. Don't believe what people usually say about it. They'll tell you balance is all about peace, calm vibes, everything settling down nice and quiet. That's not it at all. Real balance is about tension. It's like two sides pulling hard against each other, holding steady without breaking. The equinox is exactly that. Day and night facing off, perfectly matched for just a moment before everything tips and shifts again. That moment isn't still or relaxing. It's full of energy, like a slingshot pulled back tight, ready to launch. That's why you might feel on edge, restless, like something inside you is stretching thin. It's because it is. You're being tugged between the old you and the new you that's trying to break through. Peace isn't what this is about, power is. If you can grab that power, if you can push into it instead of fighting it, you won't just make it through this. You'll blast off into what's next. So why is this equinox such a huge deal? It's not just about the energy swirling around out there. It's about what you can do with it, how you can take it and run. This is your window, your shot at something big. Everything in nature is lining up just right. The scales of light and dark tipping into balance for a heartbeat. One of the strongest energy openings you'll get all year. If you step through it with purpose, you can change your whole story. Manifesting isn't about crossing your fingers and wishing real hard. It's about being clear and sharp. Right now, the energy is fresh and raw, like a blank page waiting for you to write on it. Most people mess this up by being sloppy. They say vague stuff like, I want things to get better. But better how? The universe doesn't play around with blurry wishes. It needs you to be specific. Think of this equinox like rich soil. You decide what you're planting in it. If you toss in weak seeds, like doubt or half-baked ideas, that's what you'll get back. Delays, stumbles, nothing solid. But if you go in strong, with a picture in your head so clear you can almost touch it, the universe has to line up with that. What you focus on now, what you pour your energy into, is going to ripple out and shape the next 12 months. This is the big turn of the cosmic wheel, and it's a mirror too. It gives you back exactly what you put in. But it's not just about what you do. It's about what you believe deep down. If you're secretly thinking you don't deserve what you want, if you're still holding on to old fears or doubts, those shadows will sneak in and take root too. So this isn't just a time to dream big. It's a time to clean house, to yank out the weeds of old stories, the lies you've told yourself about not being ready or good enough. Because you are enough. The equinox doesn't just bring balance, it brings truth. And the truth is you've got more power than anyone's ever told you. Don't let this slip by. And there's something else going on too. Those crazy dreams you've been having, they're not just random brain static. As we get closer to the equinox, the line between the everyday world and the stuff you can't see is getting thinner, like a curtain being pulled back. Your subconscious isn't playing by the normal rules anymore. It's wide open. Those dreams aren't just for fun. They're messages, little hints, maybe even warnings or sneak peeks of what's ahead. You're not just snoozing. You're picking up signals. Maybe it's your deeper self trying to tell you something, or some kind of guide nudging you along, or even people from way back in your family tree reaching out. Some of you are seeing bits of what's coming. People you haven't met yet, things that haven't happened, paths you're supposed to take. Others are getting hit with truths you've been dodging for a while. These dreams don't always make sense right away. They might show up as weird symbols, strange places, or feelings that stick with you when you wake up. They're not supposed to be like a movie with a clear story. They're something you feel in your gut. If you're waking up with a picture stuck in your head, or a vibe you can't shake off, or just a sense that something that dream mattered, don't brush it off. That's the point of it. And it's not just you noticing this. Tons of people are saying the same thing. Dreams that feel too real, sleep that's all over the place, waking up at creepy hours like 3 a.m. when the air feels heavy. Right now, you're more plugged into the hidden side of things than ever. If you've got this itch to write down what you're dreaming, don't ignore it. It might seem like nothing today, but it could turn into something real tomorrow. These aren't just dreams. They're like secret instructions. Now, let's dig a little deeper into what's stirring as this equinox rolls in. It's not just about you or the people around you. It's about the whole world waking up in a way we haven't seen for a long time. The air's got this strange buzz, like static before a big storm. And it's not just your imagination playing tricks. Think of it like the planet hitting a reset button, shaking off old dust and starting fresh. But it's not all smooth and easy. Things that have been solid forever, like the way cities run or the rules we live by, are starting to feel shaky, like a tower of blocks ready to tip. People are noticing it too. Some are getting antsy. Others are suddenly dreaming up wild new ideas. And it's all because this energy is pushing everything to move, whether we're ready or not. You might see it in little ways, like arguments popping off online or weird headlines that don't make sense. Or maybe you're just feeling it in your gut, that something's about to change big time. This isn't just a quiet little moment. It's the earth stretching its legs after a long nap, and you're part of it whether you signed up or not. So what's your move? Are you going to sit tight and see what happens? Or grab this chance to steer things your way? Either way, it's coming fast, and it's going to leave a mark. And here's one more thing to chew on. This equinox isn't just throwing energy at you. It's asking you to look at yourself. Really look. Maybe harder than you have in a while. That light I keep talking about, it's not just shining on the world out there. It's beaming right into you, lighting up all the corners you've been avoiding. Maybe it's that thing you've been too scared to try, or a choice you've been dodging because it feels too big. Right now, there's no running from it. The equinox is like a big mirror, showing you who you are, not just who you've been pretending to be. It's uncomfortable, sure, like when you catch yourself in a photo and don't love what you see. But it's also your shot to fix it. You can't hide from this kind of truth, but you don't have to. You can use it. All that stuff you've been carrying, old hurts, dumb doubts, the voice saying you can't, it's all getting dragged into the open. But here's the good news. You get to decide what stays and what goes. This is your moment to drop the junk weighing you down and step into something stronger, something real. The energy's there, waiting for you to grab it. So what are you going to do with it? Time's ticking, and this chance won't hang around forever. And here's another heads up, something or someone is about to show up in your life, and it's coming soon, like in the next 48 hours. The universe is moving pieces around right now, setting things up behind the scenes. It might be an old friend texting you out of the blue, and you'll think it's random, but it's not. Or maybe a stranger says something that hits you like a bolt of lightning, waking up a part of you that's been asleep. Could be a teacher or someone wise popping in just when you need a push. Or maybe it's not even a person. Could be a book you find, a song that stops you in your tracks, or something you see that feels like it was put there just for you. When it happens, it won't feel like a coincidence. It'll feel like it was meant to be, like the timing's too perfect to be chance. And here's the crazy twist. If it doesn't happen to you, you might be the one making it happen for someone else. You could say something small, not even thinking about it, and it'll be the exact thing they needed to hear to change everything. You might not even realize you did it. Not yet anyway. So keep your eyes open, stay ready, because this moment's already on its way, ticking closer every second. This isn't just about you or me. March 20th is a giant reset for the whole planet, a turning point we're all stepping into together. You can feel it, right? That weird spark in the air, like something's about to break wide open. This equinox isn't just a little seasonal hop from winter to spring. It's a signal, a green light from the universe, a wake-up call ringing out loud. People everywhere are starting to sense it. Even if they don't know what it is yet, they're walking into a new version of the world without even realizing it. The big stuff that's been running things forever, like governments, old rules, the way we've always thought, are starting to crack and wobble. So here's what you've got to decide. Are you going to hang back, just watching it all unfold from the sidelines? Or are you going to step up and take your spot in whatever's coming next? If you're still reading this, thanks for sticking around. I really appreciate you giving me your time. If you like this and want more, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Drop a comment below with your own stories, like those weird dreams, or just tell me what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Catch you next time. Stay sharp, and see you soon with more stuff to chew on.